Hey you, it's me Beepoo. If you want to skip the yap session and go straight to the repel spots, I'm gonna put the timestamp here. But I wanted to say thank you for the amount of support my last video got. I didn't think I'd ever get that many views in one video so quickly. As of right now, it's been like 21 hours as of recording of that video being out. It's like 900 views, 100 likes. A couple of you guys did say in the comments that y'all wanted the repel spot video that I mentioned about maybe making in that video. But I didn't think you guys would want it that badly, but here I am the next day. I ain't got really much to say other than thank you guys. You guys are really cool and really nice. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. The first spot I wanted to show off is probably the easiest repel in the game. If the chest doesn't spawn right here, this repel is really like good for a bite because nobody really comes here injured unless if they're in a dire situation. But what you can do is you can shoot this staircase right here, and then as you're sliding you could shoot somewhere in here, and then you should go all the way around into the front of the window if you're enraged. Even if you're not, you're still somewhere right here. But if you have all three leaps, you'll end somewhere right here, and then you can use your third leap to either bite or get closer, or you can just cancel. But this one's probably the easiest in the game. Okay, so for this one is easier to do on higher ping. If I can't pull it off here, I'll show it on screen on what it should look like. So this one is actually kind of useful if the survivor is injured, because you don't even have to be enraged to hit this one if you can hit it perfectly. So usually the survivor might drop down here. If they do, you just chase them. If not, if they go for this window, you can go for this repel that I might miss. But okay, let's try that again. But usually if you hit this repel, you go all the way around and land right there, and you can immediately get it down. Even if they have lithe, the only way they survive is, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the only way they survive is if they have balanced landing. But also, if you have three leaps and you just want to be fancy, you can go for a bite. Don't know why you would ever do that, but this one is one of my favorites. Really hard to hit on anything lower than 60. But the higher your ping, again, this one is fairly easy. Well, on higher ping, it's fairly easy, and this one's actually the first useful repel that actually does something beneficial, because even if I miss there, I'm still this close to them. So even if you do miss a little bit, you're still a lot closer than if you were to just drop off, because if you just drop off, you're gonna like fall somewhere around here, unless if you swing, but then you gotta wait for the animation. But that's it for this map. Okay, so for this one, it's not like the most, you don't need to do this on this loop. This is just straight flare, just to look cool. It also, you don't really go that high, but like, it's still really cool. So let's say the survivor is playing this loop, and then you're running through here, you know they're gonna hold W. Something you can do is shoot this staircase, then as you're sliding, you shoot somewhere over here, and then you can go through this doorway, catch up to them. I've also never done this before, so you're gonna have to give me a second. See, that's more or less of how it should look. You go straight through the door. Either you cancel or you try and block them with your third leap on this pallet if they for some reason double back. But this one's really hard to pull off because the survivor low-key has to be fucking stupid to fall for it. But it is really cool. And I think that's it for this map. So Larry's is usually a terrible map to be on, but that doesn't change the fact that there are in fact repel spots on this map. If you ever want to have at least a little bit of fun, there is this one where if the survivor is going for this infinite, they can go for this window, And if they go for this window, you could shoot somewhere around here, like maybe the staircase. You can just 180 flick, and then you can end somewhere over here if you're enraged, but it is a small hole. That's what she said. But yeah, if you can go over here, and they'll most likely land right here, still staggered, and you can hit them. You can get a bite out of it. It's not worth going for because this pallet always spawns, so they're probably going to beat you. And the other repel spot is also up here, is this one. If the survivor skips this window and goes to this window, you can go to this one, which you can then repel like this. And then this one's much better because you're actually closer than the other side, because as you see, even though I messed up whilst unenraged, I still landed right here. And if they're staggered right here, there's no way they make it to this pallet if you time it perfectly. And especially if you are enraged, you would just go a little bit forwards and you would probably end up right here, and you could cancel on their back and they would die. This map is awful. This map is terrible. But once again, just like Larry's, it doesn't stop it from having repel spots. And this one is right here at this window, which sometimes the window could spawn here and sometimes it could spawn here. But let's say the survivor is at main building, at main gen, and is running it this way. And as you saw right here, there is a breakable wall. If you want to win the game, you break the breakable wall. If you don't and just want to go for clips, what you can go for is shoot right here, and you can shoot the window and you'll beat them on the other side of the window like this. And you're right here. With a third leap, you could block this pallet, or if you're early enough, you could just cancel right in front of them and they'll most likely die. And if you believe they'll go for this doorway, you can also just leap the doorway. But that's, I believe, it for this map. Okay, so for this one, this is another one of those repels where it's not really worth going for. This one, again, is just mostly just to look cool. And to pull this off, either the survivor has to be running up here and then going for this vault because they have nothing left, or you're running through here and they're going for this vault. What you can go for is you can shoot this wall, and then as you're sliding, you 180 and you shoot this locker. Make sure to not slingshot, because you can actually, if you slingshot off of this one, you will go all the way over here and just completely lose them. So let me show you. Like, that's what I mean. If you slingshot, you go too far. So you have to make sure you don't slingshot. You can hit it better than that, but like, that's kind of it. And also, if you have enraged, you'll just be right on top of them. So Blood Lodge is another map with kind of like a rare one, which I actually got the window. I actually got lucky because for the repel spot to work, you need this window and not this one, because you can... Hold on, let me break this door for myself for if I mess up. So what you can do is, if for some reason the survivor is running up here and drops down and goes for the window, what you can do is you could shoot right here. Then as you're going back, you could shoot right here, and you'll be blocking the window as you come up. Okay, I have messed that up terribly. There it is. I didn't hit exactly where I wanted, but that is the repel spot. You can just block the pallet here. I mean, block the window here. And they can't really do much after that. Okay, so Tobo Landing has one repel spot. There used to be two, but I believe they got rid of it. But I couldn't pull it off earlier. But the one repel spot is this window. You could shoot over here with your first leap, and then your second leap you would shoot over here, and then you would land somewhere on those stairs. But most people that vault this window usually go for the downstairs pallet, so it's not really that useful. I mean, if you're enraged, you'll end right here, which is pretty good. And if you do it early enough, you could theoretically, with Satchel, just block them with Satchel on your third leap here. Okay, so for this map is kind of the most repel map in the game, because as you can see with this window, A lot of people do vault these main building windows, and there's always never a window on the other side. So what you can do is, if the survivor goes for the fast vault here, you can shoot right here, and then you can 180 and shoot right here while holding D, and then you can go around, and then you can beat them to the other side. I don't even think you need to be enraged. Nope. You even gotta be enraged, and you're right here in front of them. There is another one on the other side of the main building, right over here. This one is slightly harder to hit. There's two ways you can go for it. If the survivor's running it this way, you can go for either this one. It's basically just like before. This one. That went way better than I thought it would. Okay, so the next one I wanted to go over is probably one of the harder ones, and also one that most likely won't be ever hit ever. I've still yet to see somebody hit this one. It also may take me a couple of tries because I don't even go for it. But it's if somebody for some reason is over here at all, you can repel from over here, like to the entrance, and it looks really cool. I'm gonna try and hit it now. May take a couple attempts. Okay, that's around what it should look like. If you do it better, you don't bump into anything and you start sliding right here. But my friend Schwabble showed me this one. I've still yet to see someone actually make that one look like useful, but it looks cool if you could ever hit it. Okay, so Cool Tower does have 2 repel spots on its main building. The first one is at this doorway that's already opened, and what you have to do for it to actually hit, if there's a window right here, is you're gonna have to break this door, and you will have to be enraged. So here I am. Now I am enraged. So what you would do is, if somebody goes for this one, what you can do is you can shoot right here, and then you can 180 and shoot right there, and then you can land inside the doorway, and then you can either cancel or block them from going further like this. It's a little janky, but if they go for like this pallet that might spawn here, you can block them right here from doing so. Or if you think they're going to go for the window again, you can just cancel your leap right here, and now you guys are in a 50-50. The other repel spot is if the pallet spawns down there. What you can do is you can shoot right here, and as you're going over, you could shoot right here to make it all the way over to the car. I have messed it up. Let me try again. Okay, it might be easier to start here. Much easier. So if you're enraged, you'll actually block the pallet, and then you can just instantly cancel your power. Okay, so for this map, it is kind of RNG dependent on how easy it is. Like, this is about to be hard as shit to do because of this fence. Sometimes the fence can either spawn a little further or not at all, but because this is like the hardest fence you can get, because the hitbox is way up here, and if you go for this repel that I'm going to show you, it's going to make it significantly harder to hit. Or I just do it first try. So usually this is useful for people that are just going to insta-vault. And if you have, your slide, you'll end somewhere right here or right here. If you hold S, then you can third leap the pallet, or you could just bite them if you want. But this one is also another one of those useless ones that doesn't really do too much, but it is cool. Okay, so for this one's also not too useful, but another just cool one. If you're walking up here and a survivor intends to vault this window, sorry, you can shoot this railing, and you can 180 and shoot this part of the wall as you're falling, and you should end up on the front of the main building like this. If I could hit it first try. See, and if you're enraged, you'll slide a little bit forwards and you can cancel, or you can get a bite. Midwich actually has 2 repel spots on both sides of the upstairs. So obviously, as you could probably guess by now, the repel spot here is, say the survivor is vaulting, you can shoot right here, and then with your second leap, you shoot right here, and you should block them from whatever loop is here. But if you know there's no loop there, you should probably just walk down anyways. But oh wow, that's cool. But yeah, that's something you can do. For this second repel, it is much harder and less worth actually doing. But again, with this window, if you're running it this way and a survivor fast vaults the window here or vaults in general, you can shoot this bench. Then as you're sliding, you can 180 flick and hit this locker, and you can cut them off down there or just catch up like that. If you go slightly to the left and you have your third leap, you can actually slide around them and then like block them from here with your third leap. For this repel spot, this is probably one of the harder ones, and also does actually have a use, but also extremely risky. So if the survivor is running up here and then they go for this vault, what you can do is you can shoot right up here, 180, and hit the chandelier like somewhere over here. And then as you're falling over here, you'll go all the way around and block the doorway if you do it perfectly. And I'm going to try hit it now. I haven't done it in a bit, so just give me a second. Yeah, something like that. Another repel spot on this map is, oh hello, is right here on this window. If somebody vaults this window, what you can do is you can shoot right here and right there, and now you're in front of them. This is a window, by the way, if you don't know, that little spot there. Another repel spot on Mother's Dwelling is this little shack here. You can probably see it right now, is this window, and this has to be open. This can't be a window. If this is open, you can shoot these stairs, and then as you're sliding, you can shoot right here, and then you should end up somewhere over there. Again, if they do just have a pallet nearby, they'll probably just make the pallet, but oh god, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There it is. That one was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be to pull off. So, this one most likely won't go in the video because I don't even know if this one's even possible. But obviously if you're hearing me and seeing this, it is possible. Wow, it is possible. Okay, well, as you can see, I just discovered one on my own. If you are discovering one that I haven't put in this video, there is a chance that I didn't put in this video because either it is extremely difficult to the point that you shouldn't even go for it and that I won't even show, or it has an invisible wall because behavior hates fun. But the problem with this one is if a survivor has eyeballs, they will just see... Wow. If a survivor has eyeballs, they will just see you leap, then they'll just go back up the stairs, and they'll just leave you. So, beware of that, but I didn't even know that one was possible. Sorry, that's my nephew. I didn't even know if that one was possible, so that was really cool that I found that out. Anyways, that's it for the video.